But first at 6 o'clock, it started as a sexual assault. It ended in a fiery and deadly car crash. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bill Ritter. Liz is off tonight. A sexual assault in Fort Lee stopped in progress by a Good Samaritan, but then the attacker gets in his car and drives away, eventually crashing into a tree on the Palisades Parkway in Alpine. Tonight, the attacker is dead. Eyewitness reporter Jen Maxfield in Fort Lee with our lead story tonight. Jen?
Bill, the young woman thought she was getting a ride home to the Bronx. Instead, police say two young men drove her over the George Washington Bridge to here in Fort Lee. And if it had not been for a hero taxi driver, her ordeal could have been much worse. A fiery car crash blocked the Palisades Parkway North in Alpine for several hours early this morning. The mangled wreckage of an unidentifiable car was all that remained. Police say a man crashed his car into a tree and died just minutes after he tried to sexually assault a woman in Fort Lee. The attack was stopped by a taxi driver who drove up onto the scene around 3 a.m.
Thank God he, did something about it. It's scary. It's scary out here, at night. I won't work at night.
Police say the young woman met two men in New York City and accepted what she thought would be a ride home to the Bronx. Instead, investigators say the men drove her over the GW Bridge into New Jersey. When they stopped the car in Fort Lee, investigators say the driver got out to assault her. His friend, who police say was drunk or high, stayed in the back seat. The sex attack was stopped by an unidentified taxi driver.
Usually this town is very quiet, and everybody, is like very friendly here. Try to help everybody else.
Police say the taxi driver scared off the two men who sped up the Palisades Parkway before crashing just south of Exit 2 in Alpine. The suspect in the sex attack was killed, and his passenger was ejected from the car and taken to a local hospital. We don't know his condition at this time. We also do not know at this time the identity of either the suspect who died in the crash or of that hero taxi driver. It does not appear that the young woman was in the car at the time of the crash, though she was also taken to a local hospital as a precaution. We're live tonight in Fort Lee, New Jersey. I'm Jen Maxfield, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.